August 21st, and man, hasn't the weather felt amazing? The morning's fantastic too, and it looks like heading into the next 2 days, we start off cool, but we get really warm really quick. By the end of the weekend, we're in the mid 90s. Still not out of control, but much warmer than what we're seeing now. There's a live look at Uptown Rogers looking northwest as the sun breaks through the skies. It's some heavy traffic already out there to start the day. The warming trend is going to be the big weather story for us, and although it's going to be cool this morning and pleasant this afternoon, and probably the same thing for Thursday, it does start to change by the weekend. That's when we'll be back in the low to mid 90s. But it doesn't look like we have an extended heat wave coming up. Right now, we're in the 60s. It's 64 in Rogers. Look at that, 62 in Fayetteville. Man, nice and cool. Morning lows have been as warm as the upper 70s. Look at Harrison, 59 degrees, a little bit farther to the east, so quite a bit cooler from that recent front. Speaking of, there's where it is. You can see the high. It's around the Great Lakes. That high pressure spins clockwise, so the high pressure is pushing in the north winds. That's why it's drier. That's why it's cooler. A high around the Great Lakes gives us the north wind. A high across the desert southwest eventually brings us those south winds or no winds at all and really cranks things up. So right now we're off under the influence to the north, and then by later in the week it's going to be the southwest, which gives us that better chance of seeing an increase in the heat. Hey, there's some showers out there. Remember, we're going around this high pressure ridge. So the high pressure ridge, both in the Great Lakes and the desert southwest, this one moves clockwise here. So you're looking at that type of spin. And there's always that potential for some kind of little disturbance up here around Colorado to float southwest. So far, those have mostly stayed in central Oklahoma, and I think that's probably where they go to for the next couple of days. There are some of those showers that are out there, though, even a thunderstorm or two that's west of Shakota, out towards Holdenville and Kiowa in eastern Oklahoma, but not much at all in Arkansas with mostly clear skies as we break through the day. What's interesting, though, when I looked at these rain totals, look at this. You talk about a wet summer. In August, we've had over 5 inches of rain in Fayetteville, over 7 inches in Fort Smith. Year to date, I looked at those two. Fayetteville, we're just a little above normal, but Fort Smith, we're 8 inches above normal with rainfall. It's been a wet spring and a wet summer. Nice out there to get that rainfall and not to have everything all dried out and crispy by the end of summer like it typically is. Looking ahead, I looked at some of the extended data. You can see that little trend upward. Now, it's not a huge spike, but we are back in the low to mid 90s by the weekend. Overnight low temperatures are going to be coming up as well. But I think for the most part, it looks fairly comfortable for us as we are about to close out August here in about a week or so and head into September when we typically start seeing more and more of those fall fronts start to make their way through. So enjoy the comfortable, cooler than normal weather while you can. It's back for the weekend. If you have anything to do outdoors, you probably ought to get it done midweek or late week because by the time the weekend and early next week get here, those upper 90s or mid 90s will mean heat index values in the upper 90s or even low 100s. So it does get quite a bit toastier. You guys have a great day. I'll see you back next time.